This painting, the Futility of Violence, I call it, was one of the first pieces I made when I went on residency to Madrid. This work, plus a few of the other pieces I made, are quite figurative, quite very much in your face, very obvious of an experience I had after going to Las Ventas, the bullfight ring, which I did within the first week of going to Madrid. So it's kind of different from my other work, which gets pushed into obscurity and I paint over, and finally I like to kind of usually paint my paintings into an abstract stage that I've gone through many different iterations, where this work has remained nearly in its beginning, the first stage. And I suppose it does reflect in many ways the immediacy of that experience. When you move to a new country, a new city, it becomes the vibrancy of that experience is immediate. And I suppose in this work, I'm not trying to shield that in any way. It's very much a matador, you know, showing his prowess in a way. What's kind of interesting as well is the difference of working in Spain and working in Ireland. This piece here began in Spain, and again, like I mentioned before, it was many paintings before it was this painting. At one point, it was a man dancing, and I got rid of that idea. But you know, sometimes you just need to start somewhere. It starts with an idea, and then an idea just kind of gets washed over for whatever reason if it's not working. And it's something that I think it's a healthy thing as well, sometimes to not feel too tied to a painting once you do it. For me, starting the work is the most crucial part, and even seeing a painting through and then sitting with you, and then feeling that you can just paint over that painting, and like that has just broken the seal for you, and then it lets you in, and then you can then explore a little bit more where you're going. So the painting that I would have started here in Spain, inspired maybe by a Spanish experience that I was there, not really that important to me. Again, it was just more about the time and the place that I was working in. And funnily enough, this painting in particular was finished back in here in Ireland. Something I only noticed afterwards, that was talking to a friend, and we were discussing about making work in different places, is the like how important Ireland is to me, actually, like, you know, making work here and the work that I make in Ireland, whether I'm aware of it or not. I think it's the light compared to the blue skies and the warm colours of Spain. Ireland, I came back and it's like grey skies, it's cold, and your palette, well, my palette just became very subdued, nearly like toned down, and it made me think about my colour a lot more. And it was like kind of fighting this new painting with what I'd already painted before, and it's a bit of a revelation, really, of the Irish effect. I don't know if the same could be said for like Irish writing, like, you know, that this cold, long-suffering kind of winters that we have here that produces certain sort of work. But for me, like I just had to kind of quieten things down as soon as I came to Ireland, slow it down, quieten it down, and it really allowed this. There was a really nice sort of kind of fight between this kind of warm and cold, this kind of harmony, and then this like kind of sort of painful juxtaposition that was happening. And for me, I think I had a lot of fun working with this piece, because the environment, I suppose, that I was working in, I was becoming very aware of the environment, and what was there already wasn't sitting with me being here.